Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in with I, Enchantress, the Babbler, on our revolutionary rise. Here's your opportunity to give this video a like, even before diving in, tapping in, turning on. The fact that you are here, that's enough. Thank you so much. Excuse my little allergy for today, but it seems like whenever they shake the snow globe, I sometimes don't like the person's choice of percentages of ingredients they put into this snow globe they shake. Don't mind me. Either way, so welcome. So this is gonna be a nice and short, sweet divine alchemy message for you. So we're gonna be using the wild unknown alchemy cards, right? So a journey of discovering the gold within you, right? Alchemy weaves together the physical and mystical aspects of our lives, right? The planets, metals, colors, and seasons act as symbols for reflection and open the gateway to the imagination, right? Alchemy invites us to engage with the creative mystery of our everyday world and to unite the materials of the soul. May you always be on the inner quest, right? So we're gonna pull, see what messages come through, and then just like that, keep it moving. And excuse the noise in the background, my cat is going absolutely playfully nuts. Maybe that's something too that we should loosen up to, the act of playing, right? Being more playful in our own environment and stop taking things so like seriously. Even if we have serious things to take care of and lots of responsibilities to tend to, the world of imagination is waiting for you, right? The world of the imagination is waiting for you. So what messages do we have for the people, for the beautiful souls tapping in, turning on, tuning in right now? Right? Don't mind, I have very little hands. Even if they look sometimes big on camera, I'm like, the camera adds 10 pounds. That's funny. Shiva. Uh-oh. She might be caught. Hold on. That just like literally reminded me like of when somebody sets up a trap for you, right? For something. Don't fall for that trap. It's kind of like what I heard right here. Stay in your awareness, but also in your playfulness. Right? Shiva. What messages do we have for those that are tapping in, turning on, tuning in? Three. Sinus ash. Okay. So, well, let's see. Excuse me. Memory, ancestors, the past. Ash represents what has come before it. The fire is over now, and its flames took with it all recognizable form of what was burnt. The awakening process, right? The transmutation process. The transmutation process of all that we shed and let go of, right? All that does not serve you, right? The rise of the phoenix, right? So only memories in the soft gray ashen substance remain. When this card appears, look back and sift through what has occurred. You are in the realm of ancestors, past relationships, and those that have passed to another realm. Be gentle with the process that is delicate and sacred. The Ash card asks us to tend to the true nature of endings, grief, and letting go. Right? You may be asked to be present with others experiencing loss. When in doubt, be like ash. It is silken, light, and easily carried by the wind. So some of you may have gone through many different kinds of deaths, transformations, and rebirths, and many of you are equipped with life experience, period. Never mind certificates, never mind diplomacies, never mind all this kind of stuff. Like real life experience. There's nothing like real life experience to teach you. And so you have been primed and propered, like prim and propered, primed, right? For being this beacon, this leader, this energy of alchemy for even others. You know what I mean? Like the beacon of support, of light in dark time, right? You might have suffered losses that equips you to be able to be that strong support, pillar of support for someone that might be grieving right now, right? So I lost the page. Okay, so soften into the memories and into the tears. Eventually forgiveness follows and the heart travels alike. The levity of ashes. The ash card is subtle but powerful, affecting the entire reading. Envision it as an ashen layer covering all the surrounding cards and shifting their meaning. Fire is a great equalizer. Do not take this card personally, but rather as a call to be present and kind to yourself and others as we navigate the challenge of letting go. Right? So there's a lot of letting go. And it doesn't have to be necessarily a physical death either, right? But it feels like it. It feels like, you know, like when shit is all like, when you're going through a transmutation, one that's raw, one that's like heavy, one that's like, wow, and you're in the middle of the transition of going through this transmutation, this transformation. It feels like fucking death. It's like, rip me apart from the inside out. Shred me into tiny pieces. Oh, hold on. Some of you too might be sensitive like I in terms of smell, right? And that's also a spiritual gift, right? Clairolfactons. Olfactants. I don't know how to say it, but psychic smelling, right? It's an extrasensory gift. There's a powerful ability to sense beyond our normal physical modes of sensing, right? So like sometimes you can smell things out before they come, right? Or just have this, or you might be like a nature spirit, really tapped into the elements. Like, so for me, when snow is near or a certain kind of snow, this can happen, right? It can appear like an allergy and all this kind of stuff, but either way, also psychic smell, it's like, so for me, I can smell, I learned early on that death had a smell, especially like when my mom passed away, and I was fascinated by it too, because I was asking if anybody else smelled it. You know what I mean? So it's another opening factor, right? Also like infidelity, like you have a partner and let's say they have an affair, you smell it, not necessarily like, you know, the scent of another woman or a man or whatever the case may be. You just smell it. It's a sense of knowing. It's a sense of like, so like weather changes, you smell it, it's coming, right? An argument, you smell it, like there's something that might irritate your nose, your senses, and things like that because you smell it. So if you're not familiar with that clairpotency, I remember I coined clairpotency as all the clairs potent, really look it up. Let me see how you spell it. Because I don't know how to say it. And I don't want to do it in injustice. I almost had it. CLAIROLFACTION or olfaction. CLAIROLFACTION. But it's CLAIROLFACTION. You can look that up. That might not be for everybody here, but that's for somebody. Right? All right, what other message do we have? So the heightening of your senses and your abilities, and learning to balance that act too, right? So you're tapping into ancient wisdom in the opening of your transformation, right? During its transition. So it can feel like an overload of a lot of information coming in, a lot of imploads, a lot of downloads, a lot of uploads, a lot of this, a lot of that. And just take with it as you will. Not everything's going to stick, not everything's going to stay, but everything is there for you to come back to when you're ready, as you view, as you adjust the lenses of that which you do. You know what I mean? Okay, any other message at this time before we go? Don't worry, I'll be better by tomorrow. Just the annoyance of today. But by the time you see this will be already long gone. Right, so you might be smelling something coming in, even money, right? Like the luck of money. So if you have something with the smell, the sense, you might have a sensitive nose. You can smell things, even physically, from far. Like, whoa, that's a lot of perfume. And they're like, they didn't even enter the room yet. Whoa, but that was a lot of perfume, Or the sense of divine. There's a sense for that too. Spirit realm too. Knowing when something else is here, it could come as a smell. Yeah. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. And I'm usually more upbeat. I'm still upbeat, like I'm still giggly, I'm still all of that. It's just nothing annoys me more than when my nose bothers me. I'd rather have a fever. Mortification, right? Okay, mortification. Mortificio is the great alchemical operation of darkness. I think I was talking about that in one of the latest videos. I'm not even sure which one it is, but about how our conditioning has made us think of dark as evil. And it's not, Mortificio is the great alchemical operation of darkness. What was once composed now decomposes. What was once presentable is now despicable. This stage cannot be avoided. The underworld has taken us into the dark interior of its belly, and here we reside until spring. A lot of shadow work happening here too. A lot of going in, like a lot of hermiting, a lot of self-reflection, introspection, transformation, transmutation, but all this shit takes motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? This is the transition of your alchemy in your own life, right? So through the natural process of decay, we descend into the depths. Go watch also my video about the turkey vulture spirit animal. right? That's all about death, rebirth, transformation, transmutation, decaying, and eating the decomposing bodies, or like eating that which is doesn't want to, like they scavenge. What is up with my words? Eating the decomposing bodies of flesh, right? This transmutation process, right? We descend into the depths we didn't know existed. The alchemist soon finds mortifactio is a stage of regeneration and sacred power, where the soil is fertile and rich, offering nourishment for tomorrow. This stage cannot be rushed. The darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. So be patient with your process. Be patient with your rebirth. Be patient with your transition. Be patient through your introspection. Be kind to yourself too. There's no rush. This is not a race. And if you're thinking of it as being a rush or a race, or you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere else, then you're too much in this disillusioned world, that you're not in your truth, in your reality. You're in the distorted illusion of the world if you find yourself feeling like you're running out of time. The darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, you're in an operation, you're on the operating table, right? You're getting work done. Not the superficial kind. I'm not talking about that kind of work. Nothing annoys me more when people associate glow ups with cosmetic surgeries and physical. Like, granted, yeah, when you have a glow up, inner glow, you're gonna glow in a new kind of way, energy and all this kind of stuff, and beautiful you will be, and all this kind of stuff. But the superficiality of all these youngins, and I swear it's youngins, like, oh my God, you're going through a major transformation and a glow up, you got a boob job, you got a BBL, you got all this stuff, you're glowing now, you're in it. Like, nah, you're just fixing the outer, you're masking, you're not accepting, you're doing a lot of other shit. And granted, you could be doing your spiritual work and getting all these kind of stuff. I'm not knocking anybody and I'm not saying shit, but it's just, to tie one to the other, like, that's some new distorted nonsense coming from superficial beings, because it ain't got shit to do with none of that. Granted, if you want to do it, do it. If you got the money to do it, do it. If you want, and all this kind of stuff. But to say that I got to do something with your spiritual evolution, shut up. I want to say, so, oh my God, my physicality is without changing, all this kind of stuff. Shut up. I feel like want to say to someone that you still up in that side. Shut up. Anyway, let me chill out. Seriously. It's like, and it's not even young in age. It's like young in evolution. Because you could be really wise at 21, 22, and not talking that kind of foolish caca. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, the earth churns up and wins. And then, mind you, you got a lot of these talking like a lot about that. Meanwhile, they filter their whole system. Like, see if they look like the person that you think they look like in real fucking life. Real G shit. Right? Let me see if I could identify you in real life. Most people don't look like what you think they look like. Real shit. I was talking about this with my daughter the other day. I was like, yo, I'm come from the generation that nobody's done that. And so I get duped. I'm like over here, like singing praises, like, oh, that was so beautiful. And for me to learn, you don't even look like that. And I'm not knocking it. But then you see all the distorted people with body fucking dysmorphia. Today we saw somebody with botched surgery, and I had never seen that in person, right? And my daughter had never seen that in person. So to see that in person, it saddened my fucking heart. It was with compassion, because I just saw the sadness in this woman's fucking eyes that she still wasn't fucking happy. All of that, and you ruined your beautiful face that already was. This body dysmorphia in this world, it's sad. I used to have a roommate, beautiful, beautiful. And she used to cry all the time about how she looked and how she wanted to make it better and this and that. She was gorgeous. Naturally. But this imagery that you're supposed to have in your mind about what you look like and all this kind of stuff, like, it's sad. It's so sad. I saw that woman's face and it was, I can't get emotional because I can't fucking breathe already. It was just sad to see. Whatever, you know, to each their own, do what you want. I'm not knocking it. And I'm not hating on it. I'm not. And if there's ever a day that comes that I want to tweak and twerk and do something, I fucking will. No apologies. So this is not even about that, but this is about the distortion of the psychological warfare that's happening here. That's created so much fucking body dysmorphia, mental disorders. Because if you have body dysmorphia, you have a mental disorder. Real shit. Real shit. And it's not saying it insensitively. It's saying it with compassion and love, that to please seek the psychological treatment, not the superficial one you think you need. Because it ain't gonna fucking save you, and it ain't gonna bring you the peace that you seek and want. Granted, a few tweaks and stuff like that here and there and all this kind of stuff can make you feel a little bit more confident about yourself. Shit. I reversed sagging boobs. You wanna know how? It wasn't cosmetic surgery. It wasn't an injection. It wasn't an enhancement. It was just a few little observations I've noticed about certain things. And I took measure and I changed it. And guess what? It may have taken years. My boobs is perky. They looking like, okay, you know. Wow. I'm even impressed with them. I'm like, okay. We can talk about that in another episode. But whatever. Whatever the case may be. It's learning to love you without the distorted view adding to your perception and intake forms. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, the earth turns and wisdom whispers in the dark. She envelops us with grace and the promise of what's to come. Right? So it says, read the Egyptian story of Osiris. Is there anything that does not end? The Mortifactio card relates to the death card in the tarot and the underworld card in the archetype deck, and it is the universal symbol not to be taken personally. Halloween is a global celebration of Mortifactio and the underworld. If this card has got you down, flip the script. There is freedom and expression in every operation. One more for the road, and then we're gonna go. Thank you so much again for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. I hope that these messages, you know, uplift you and be the manna of seed, of breed that is needed for you on your beautiful journey. Right? There is no destination. There is no destination. The journey is the destination, right? All right, so one more card for the road. What wisdom can we bestow upon those that are tapping in, turning on, tuning in at this majestic moment in time that is for their alchemized abundance and prosperity too. What do we have here? So also, if you haven't noticed already, so every day there's an upload. There might be more than one upload, but every day for a new video upload, not shorts or anything like that, or shorter videos. Every day, 12:12 Eastern Standard Time, there is a new video upload release. So you can go check that out. You can see the upcoming videos on my video playlist, set to air 12:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a daily basis. So that time changes, it changes, but right now I have it at 12:12 p.m. And so daily, you can see that, and it's just always an add-on daily so that you have manna every day from me. You know what I mean? So whenever you do see this video, know that 2023, every day at 12:12 p.m., you can tune in, tap in, turn on, tune in with new evolutionary, revolutionary align that alchemize and feed your mana every single time. I am a living muse and I channel freely in various ways. So don't box me into one kind of way of doing anything. I love what I do and do what I love. And so I'm just divinely lit to do as I feel intuitively guided to do. So there's no specifics about anything. So the best thing to do is to hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and tune in every day at least at around 12:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever time that is for you, and know that there's always going to be drops of daily mana live musings here for you. Okay, so that's just a little side note. You can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. There is a master link. If you go to my bio here on YouTube, that leads you everywhere. Just go to my bio. There's everything that you need to know is there. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. We are almost reaching our next milestone and having a live party 2, right? Live party 2, where there's giveaways. Come craft with me, bring your to-do list, bring your craftings. We're gonna craft, evolutionize, do giveaways, cash prizes, let me buy you a drink. Yeah, all of that good stuff. I can answer questions there, engage with you all there. For reaching the next milestone. For every 1,000+ subscribers we reach, up till we reach 10K, we are celebrating with a live party. So I want to thank you all because I am almost there to announce when we're going to be having live party number 2. If you missed live party number 1, see the description box for that link, or go to my playlist because the live party is on the playlist there too. Enchanting Musicals 333s, that's on a playlist too. Evolutionary Vlogs, that's on a playlist too. Sailor Moon Oracles, that's on this playlist too. Jeffrey Dahmer playlist, there's just playlist, okay? Playlist after playlist. So go check that out. By mid-2023, all of that will be really definitely all organized and ready for you to just think that, you know what I mean? Okay. You're beautiful. So stop comparing yourself. Like really, I really feel like people compare themselves. Stop it. You're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't need to auto-tune, filter tune, layer up, and hide your fucking beautiful face. Like you don't need to do any of that. I say it too. Like as much as I change, I'm very eccentric, eclectic in my dressings, and I dress according to mood. I change my hair constantly. I I do a lot of things. So I might look one way one day and another way, but I always look like my fucking self. Always look like myself. And I'm not tooting my own horn and like, oh, good for you, bitch. It's not even for that. It's not even for that. I have people that love to take bad angle pictures of me just to post that. Got a bad angle side. I'm like, go ahead, bitch, post it. I don't give a fuck. If I want to look good, I look good. Right? So you get into that confidence spirit, right? Like, listen, bags, dark circles, I wake up, my hair be all crazy and I still look good. So what are you talking about? Bad angle. Ain't no fucking bad angle. It's just your bad perception, bad karma, bad fucking energy, bad juju, all of that shit. Right? So people might be like, they might do that. Take a picture with you and then post the one, like, you know, and like, because they're trying to make you feel a type of way because they're feeding off of the distorted illusion, body dysmorphia you have. And people will play you at your weaknesses. And fuck that. Get confident. Just be confident. Quicksilver. Argentum vivum quicksilver. Right? All right. Hold on. Seriously, healing body dysmorphia. That's the prayer I have right now. Healing body dysmorphia for people to love who they are without all the distortions, right? I would love that. Part liquid and part metal, quicksilver, also known as mercury, is a mesmerizing material. Its gift is to slip between worlds. It cannot be pinned down or easily defined. Mercury came to symbolize the god Hermes and the great hermetic secrets of alchemy. Always sliding away into secrecy, just beyond the alchemist's grasp. It is said Mercury represents the transition between the physical and the unseen world, between life and death, between science and the esoteric, as we said, right? In between this transition of transformation for your transmutation that's happening here, right? The rising of the phoenix. It is the metal of sacred thresholds. Shamanic practitioners of every tradition must acquire the ability to stand at the doorway between worlds. This is no small feat. The Mercury card indicates the creator has a particular gift for such a task, right? This is the work of the shaman, teacher, sage, artist, and alchemist. Of course you are, especially if you tapped into and non-tuned in with me. Heed the call of quicksilver. The sacred threshold requires your attendance. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the work that you're putting in. That is gory. It's fucking gory. It's gory, especially when you're called to the plate to really like just show up. Not able to ignore. Not able to ignore what you ignore. It was a passing of time too, you know, of even just admitting to stuff, you know, things that you might be shameful of or not proud of. I held on to lies for such a long time because I didn't want to be seen a certain type of way. And so I'll be damned. The truth will come out in that kind of way, especially when mofos will try to bring you down, right? And so once you own up to that shame or whatever it may be, there's a freeing that happens that sets you free like a wild beast. But you got to be honest with yourself, like really fucking honest with yourself, like really fucking honest with yourself. Read the book of poetry, Mercury, by Ariana Reigns. The power of a secret. The power of a secret that can shame you too. Getting through that with some self-accountability and self-care and honest evaluation of one's self-position and place during this transition that will be a transformation once you get through. And the only way out is in. If you're attracted to shamanic work, find a trusted teacher who can guide the way. Be discerning in your choice. Alchemy reminds us you cannot transmit what you haven't got. Okay. In esoteric wisdom traditions, Quicksilver and Mercury are associated with the lungs. It's no surprise that the shaman is a lifelong student of the breath work. Amazing. All right, so thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. I hope that you love this message, and then I'll see you in the next one.